If you thought goldenly breaded McDonald's chicken couldn't get more golden, think Golder! Because new sweet and smoky special edition gold sauce is here. Made for your chicken favorites.
At participating McDonald's for a limited time.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
The light that he was showing my daughter, which at the time she didn't know what it was an engine light.
Why doesn't she know? Doesn't it say engine?
No, it has a picture of a little engine.
Right.
She didn't know.
But didn't she tell you, Mom, the engine light went on?
No, she didn't know what an engine light looked like.
This is the plaintiff, Jalissa Suarez. She says she was totally ripped off by the defendant, who sold her a car with multiple problems. For instance, the muffler was tied together with old Coke cans and wire. The axle was tied up with electrical tape, and the check engine light always on. It's a real shame there are scammers out there preying on the innocent, and she hopes this lawsuit sends a message to be kind to strangers. She's suing for $1,383.13 for all she's out. This is the defendant, Angel Negron. He says the plaintiff brought someone with her to check out the car, test drove it twice, and then bought it. A few days later, the plaintiff calls him and says she no longer wants the car, called him a crook, and said her boyfriend was going to come over and beat him to a pulp. Nice lady. Bottom line, he sold her a good car, and it'll be a cold day in you-know-where before he refunds a penny to the hothead. He's accused of unloading a hoopty. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $1,200 for harassment and lost wages.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Jalissa Suarez, you are suing Angel Negron for $1,383.13, $1,200 that you want returned to you on the purchase of a car, plus money that you put into the car trying to fix it, because according to you, he sold you a lemon. You have a counterclaim against her for $1,200, $1,000 for her. What a coincidence! $1,000. That's the amount she paid for the car. The $1,000 for harassment. And $200 for lost wages having to come to court. Tell me what's going on.
I saw his number, the car. I called the number that was on the back shield of his car. He happens to be around where I lived. So I was looking out the window and I called.
What kind of car was this?
It's a 2004 Dodge Stratus.
Okay.
And I called him and I met with him really quick. And I told him I'm interested in buying a car and so forth. But when I was looking out the window, I saw him when he was parking the car, that he kept looking under the hood. Like he was sitting in the driver's seat, but he kept looking under. So when I went upstairs...
Wait, I'm not understanding. How are you sitting in the driver's seat but looking under the hood?
No, he was sitting in the driver's seat of the car.
I don't understand. You mean under the dashboard?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What do you mean under the whole car?
Under the car.
That's where you threw me off.
Yes,
You said the hood. That's okay. All right, so he's looking underneath the car. All right.
Yeah, so when I came down, I met with him. I told him I was interested in buying a car.
And then the first question you ask is, what were you looking at?
Yeah, like, what are you looking under there? Is there something, wrong with the car? He said, oh, no, right? So then we got over that, and then I said...
So you got over that quickly?
No,
okay.
I said, okay, I'm going to go by what he's telling me. I don't know what he was looking at. He said, nothing. So then... I said, he's selling it for $1,800. That's how much I said on the window. We didn't talk about price then or anything. And I said, I'll call you tomorrow or whatever to see, if I'm going to buy the car. And that this is where all the texts and everything started.
There's a lot of texts.
Yes. And then he gave it
You negotiate the price down to 2/3 of what he was asking. You get a third off. You negotiate the price down to $1,200.
Right. So to me, it
All right, so
sounded
you paid
good.
$1,200 for the. Did it sound good? Okay, and then you had said that you were going to bring a mechanic to go look at the car, right?
Right. I was trying to get my brother to come. Then
Is
my
your brother a mechanic?
No, but he knows a little bit about cars. And and I told him I don't have money for a mechanic because I thought they were going to charge me probably 80 extra bucks or whatever, which.
And then look at you, you're in
I
court suing
should've-
for $1,300. All right,
Yes,
go
ma'am.
on. Okay.
So then.
So you were going to bring your brother, but your brother didn't go.
Right, he didn't, he wasn't picking up my calls. I don't know what happened to him.
So instead you brought your daughter and your daughter's boyfriend.
Well, my daughter brought him because they were going to come along, and I didn't want to meet this guy.
So you did not bring him as
As a
someone who knows
mechanic.
about cars.
No.
Okay, so you bought the car without a mechanic looking at it or anybody who knows about cars looking at it.
Right, pretty much.
Oh, okay. And then what happens? How'd that work out for you?
And not good at all.
Okay.
He told me that the car only needed an oil change and that the bumper was kind of falling off and it was held off with tape because someone had backed up into him, and those are the only two things that was wrong with the car. And then he took my daughter to the driver's seat. He pulled up some fuse under the hood. He was telling her, you see, this light is going to go on. And the light that he was showing my daughter, which at the time she didn't know what it was an engine light.
Well, why doesn't she know? Doesn't it say engine?
No, it has a picture of a little engine.
Right.
She didn't know.
But didn't she tell you, Mom, the engine light went on?
No, she didn't know what an engine light looked like.
Mom, a light went on?
And I chewed my daughter's head off.
Yeah, but what happened there? Where you pulled a wire and what happened there?
I pulled out the fuse. I explained to her the engine light was going to come on. In order for her to take the light back off, you just need a mechanic. I showed them to make sure, I was showing them the car, make sure there's nothing wrong with the fans. That's what my intentions was.
You were showing it to who?
All of them was her daughter, and her boyfriend.
So when you did that, she was watching too?
Yes, they was all there.
Okay. So anyway, go on. You purchased a car. You paid $1,200 for it. Do you have a written contract?
He gave me the title of the car.
Do you have a written contract?
No, we did not.
Nothing? Okay. Do you know what the law is in this regard when you buy a used car?
Not really, ma'am.
Okay. The law is that it is as is. That means a buyer has to beware. The exception to that is if there is a specific warranty on the part of the seller, something that he knows and he's lying about. You're not allowed to commit a fraud, but you are allowed to sell a used car that has problems. You just can't lie about stuff. You just can't say, I put in a new engine a year ago, that engine's a year old, and then it turns out the engine's 10 years old. You can't specifically make a warranty and lie about it. What evidence do you have of that? I know you have evidence that apparently there's a bunch of stuff wrong with the car. Before you bought the car, you test drove it twice.
I drove it, whatever, test driving is, which it was under
You don't
30.
even know how to do that much?
No.
Oh,
And
then maybe
she
you
did
shouldn't be
it.
making $1,300 deals.
Yeah.
All right, so you test drove it twice. You finally take it to a mechanic, so you figure out how to drive a car to a mechanic, which is something you could have done. You could just wait till the next day to buy the car. And then that's after you negotiate away a third of the price off the car. And his many texts where he says two things. I just want to get rid of the car, and there's nothing wrong with the car other than what I told you. He does say that repeatedly. All right. And then when you take it to the mechanic, what's wrong with the car?
There's a listing here and I also got pictures.
Okay, let's see the mechanic's report and let's see the pictures.
And I'm including.
You're all kinds of thorough now, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I even got little quotes of the things that he constantly kept repeating in the text. How there's nothing wrong with this car. It's a great car. It's just a great car.
Why are there
nothing's wrong
pictures
with
of
it.
children here? What's the point of that?
Well, I brought my granddaughter's picture because she was one of the witnesses that was there when I took the car to go see the car.
Okay, and so what did he say?
Well, I just want.
You just
feel
want me
that
to see your cute grandkids.
I
Got it.
just feel
Check.
that he could put my granddaughter and my family in danger after you see those pictures and everything that's going on under that car.
Why didn't you look under the car? Why didn't you put it up on a lift and look under?
Because it was in the street. I didn't
look
like
under the
again.
car.
I didn't.
According to you, now you're telling me how the guy looked under the car and so he knew it, but apparently you don't know it. There's a Coke can wrapped around a pipe here under the car.
Yeah, they saw that, man.
What's that
I
about?
did not see them.
Hold
Yes,
on. What's that about?
Her daughter's boyfriend looked under the car. They saw the cans. I told them what the cans was. There was a little hole on the muffler. That's $50 to fix around the neighborhood. They knew that.
But why are there Coke cans?
Because I didn't have the money to fix it at the time. I just took the Coke can with tape.
Is that something people do?
Clear it up. Yeah, it's just so it won't waste a lot of gas.
Do other people do that besides you?
Yeah, other people do it because I got that from somebody else who told me to do it.
Okay, so that was discussed that day?
Yes, I told them that. They know that.
What proof do you have it was discussed that day?
I don't have no proof. I have an ad that I have on Craigslist with the same thing I told her.
And you talked about a Coke can?
No.
Oh.
There was no problems with the car. That's why I didn't add that really.
Let me see your ad on Craigslist. Is that the ad she responded to that you're going to show me?
No, she found my number back of the car.
Oh, that's right.
The starting price I asked for the car was $2,500, but I had another car.
What was the Blue Book value of the car?
I don't know.
How do you pick a starting price without looking at what?
Because a 2004 car with no issues, basically. All it needed was a front bumper.
According to her, there's a bunch of issues. Let's see what she says is wrong with it, or at least what the pet boys and the dealerships are telling her is wrong with it.
After a couple of days she had the car, then all of a sudden it was leaking and doing a whole bunch of stuff.
When did she first complain? I thought she first complained on the first day.
No, on the first day she said she wanted her money back. And I told her
why
I left. I do not know. Oh, she said because the light. She didn't see the light. So I said She said she want her money back. I was like, no problem. I'll be back around 9 o'clock, and I'll give you your money back because I don't want to deal with this.
Is that in the texts?
I had a voicemail, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have the voicemail with you?
I deleted it, unfortunately.
Okay, go on.
So then on Sunday, she just called me and say, how she didn't mean what she said, that she was gonna keep the car with whatever issues had.
And then when did she complain again?
I was on Tuesday, I believe. On Tuesday.
So it was 2 or 3 days later. Why did you call him to get your money back on the same day?
Because I saw the engine light,
Okay, so that part's true. And then did he tell you, okay, I'll give you your money back?
No, he never said he was going to give me my money back.
What did he say for you to do at 10 o'clock?
He said, I'll be back around 10 o'clock. I said, I'm going to leave a key with your girlfriend because his girlfriend supposedly lives around where I live.
Okay.
So I said, I'll leave one key with your girlfriend, and then when you come back, I'll give you the other key. I just want my money back.
And he said?
And he said, sorry, the car is yours.
On that same day.
Text.
Okay, that's what I want to see. That's all on the day of the purchase. I'm going to see that.
Everything is there.
Wait, stop and listen to me. Everything you just said is in the text on the day of the purchase.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and the day of the purchase was what day?
It was on the 14th.
Okay, and can you just tell me what's wrong with the car? Because you handed me a bunch of bills, and I don't see anything except for like one.
Well, you see the comments on Pet Boys. It just tells you everything. I don't know how to say it mechanic way.
Wait. All right, let's see the text, because very simply, the car has problems, and the question becomes who eats them. Based on what representations were made.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So what about this? A 2004 Dodge, and she buys it without having a mechanic check it out. Is that a decent idea or a crazy idea? What do you think?
It depends if she... I can't answer it by my personality. I don't think it's a wise idea.
You just want to be very nice, don't you? I got you.
No, I can't be my personality.
Okay, what do you think?
I don't think it's a wise idea, especially because it's a Dodge.
Well, that's American made, my friend. That's American made. What do you think?
Money to throw away, a stupid decision.
It is a stupid decision.
Obama.
Absolutely.
Going inside the courtroom.
You know, it's just so simple. All anybody has to do is take the car and drive it a block away, 2 blocks away, 6 blocks away to wherever the nearest mechanic is, or have him drive it.
And I was going to do that with her, ma'am.
So what was the problem?
She was taking too long. So I told her, if right now, what was the price would you give me if you don't bring a mechanic? So she told me she'd give me $1,000. I was like,
that's in the text?
Yes.
I don't know if it's in text or
where he says, all right, without seeing a mechanic, what will you pay?
She said $1,000. I was like, no, that's too low.
Wait, where he said without seeing a mechanic, what would you pay?
Yes.
That's in the text? Hold on one second. All the dates are written in by you and times. Why aren't...
Because I don't have a smartphone, so I had to forward it to my daughter-in-law so she
So
could,
I have no proof of... do you have your phone, though?
I have it.
It's in there?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, good. Let's do it that way. Get the text up, because I want the actual dates and times. That kind of thing is critical to the case. What do I do? Just scroll up and down?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the date of the sale of the car?
It was September 14th.
Okay. I just want the car checked out because I don't have a job right now. Whatever problems it has, I would like to know right then and there because I don't have the money to invest. If you have another buyer, don't wait on me, okay? I understand. And he answers, I just want to get rid of the car. I told you what's wrong with it. There's nothing else. Except for that, I see from the estimates not estimates, but just general comments by Pet Boys, that there's all kinds of wiring rigged all over the place and Coke cans and holding it together. What price would you pay right now for it? I only have $1,000. Wow, that does sound like you're saying, okay, sight unseen or mechanic unchecked. I'll take it. I'm a gambling Vegas kind of girl, and I'll give you $1,000. Can you do $1,200? You can take it now. You answer yes. And you tell them how much you appreciate the bargain basement deal. The next day, or I guess that night, call me please. You say, I didn't notice that there was an engine light on. He responds, yeah, I told you all when I took off the fuse, the yellow light is gonna go on. Ask your daughter. And there's you saying, the car's yours, I'm sorry. What is the specific warranty that he made that he violated?
To me, he should have told me I'm selling the car as is.
But he doesn't have to tell you, that's the law.
Well,
the law is that when you buy a used car from a private party, it is as is, that's the law.
I didn't know.
That's fine, but that's your ignorance of the law, that's not something he did wrong.
Okay.
So what specific warranty did he make to you other than to tell, when somebody who's selling a car says it's a great car, this is what we call, in this part of the law, it's called puffery. You know, it's a great car. That's not a specific warranty, that's their opinion. Okay, you're gonna see there's nothing wrong with it. It runs great. I've been running it like that for a while. You know, if you want to know what's wrong with the car, get a mechanic to look at it. Because then he says, okay, how much sight unseen, like he's Monty Hall and let's make a deal. And you're only too happy to play Vegas odds. And you say, for a car where he's asking $1,800, you say to him, about 1,000 sight unseen, with no mechanic. And then he says, how about 1,200? And then you say, deal. And you run over there and buy it without getting a mechanic. And now you're, I don't know anything. You know, we got a problem. My verdict in this case is for the defendant on your claim. You have a counterclaim against her for $1,200. For what?
Harassment and
harassment. What? She wants her money back. She thinks that you're a cheat. That's called litigation. That's not called harassment. On your counterclaim against her, 0. That's my judgment.
Well, the plaintiff has lost her case because the defendant did not lie about a warranty. What's your feeling on what you just learned about the law in there?
Well, I just feel that with all the evidence and everything that I brought, she could have taken under consideration that I was lied to, even though I didn't know about the law. And
well, you know what as is means now, right? And your big mistake was not taking it to a mechanic before you laid your good hard-earned money down?
Yeah.
Right? Next time?
Because he got to walk with my money, and I got a piece of junk. And he's a good liar.
Yeah. All right. You just go right down this way, and let's see what he has to say about that. All right, come on in here. I mean, you hear how upset she is, and you put yourself in her shoes.
I have nothing to say, to tell you the truth. The judge said it all. Got nothing else to say.
Under the law, you win. You win.
Yeah, I did win.
It's still the neighborhood, right? Aren't you guys, you see each other around the neighborhood there?
Yeah,
What's that like?
Driving a car like nothing, so it's whatever.
Okay. Harvey?
Okay, it's insane to buy a car without having a mechanic check it out if it's a used car. And what you can do is this. If it costs you money to have the car checked out, make a deal with the seller and say, look, if I buy the car, either you pay the full amount for the inspection or we split it. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
Tonight, turn down the noise of the day and focus on the rest with AGZ, the nightly drink for winding down and resting up. New from AG1. AGZ supports your body's natural sleep cycle with clinically studied key herbs, adaptogens, and minerals in amounts supported by research. And no melatonin, helping you wake feeling rested. Wind down, rest up with AGZ. Learn more at drinkagz.com.
This is the plaintiff, Pamela Tozy. She says the defendant, her ex-live-in lover, stole her Chevy Avalanche when she kicked him out of the house. The cops recovered it, impounded it, and now she has to pay to get it towed. She feels it's the defendant's responsibility for those fees because it was his fault it got impounded in the first place. She's suing her loser ex-lover for $1,208.50, the amount owed. This is the defendant, Terry Key. He says the hot-headed plaintiff told him he had 10 minutes to get out of the house they shared after he had an argument with her daughter. He jumped into his truck, drove it to Alabama where he used to live, and the plaintiff called the cops, lied to them, and told them he stole it. He's in total shock about all of this. The plaintiff has hurt him enough, but he owes nothing. He's accused of taking off with a truck.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff says her ex stole her Chevy Avalanche and he got it impounded. But the defendant says the plaintiff gave him 10 minutes to get out of the house and took the Avalanche to Alabama because it was his. It's the case of Bama. You're out of here.
Thank you, Douglas. Pamela Tosi, you are suing Terry Key for $1,208.50 that it cost you to recover a truck that, according to you, was yours and he stole from you. Tell me what's going on.
On July 7th, we were in my house. Me and my daughter and Terry were in my living room, and my daughter's friend Emily. And we got into, Terry and Veronica got in some kind of an argument, which is my daughter.
Wait, slow down. Bianca's your daughter?
Veronica is my daughter.
Veronica is your daughter,
yes.
Okay. And Terry was your what?
Boyfriend.
Okay, for how long?
12 and a half years.
Oh, was he living there?
He was living there for about 5.5 years.
Okay.
Yep.
Is it your house or both your houses?
My house.
Okay, go on.
They got in an argument over the dog's water bowls. And it just got a little bit too heated, and Terry said that Veronica was selfish. She didn't love anybody but herself. And she turned around and called him a name, and it wasn't a very nice name. And he said that if she talked to him like that again, that he'd slap her teeth down her throat. And I said, what? Thinking maybe I misunderstood him. And he says, you heard me. She talks to me like that, I'll slap her teeth down her throat, and I do the same to you if you talk to me like that. I do that to anybody that would talk to me like that. And I said, that's it. I want you out of my house. We're done. You need to be out of my house. We're going to get our pedicures. When I get back, I want you gone.
Didn't even slow down the pedicure. 12-and-a-half-year relationship, and didn't even slow down your pedicure.
When it comes to my daughter's safety,
I think you were done. I don't think that this is, she called him a 7-letter word that starts with A and is a body part.
Yes.
And then he says, I'm going to slap your teeth down here. If it had been the beginning of a romance, you probably wouldn't have tossed him out. I think you were just sick of him, and that this was just like the cherry on the sundae or the last straw.
They had an ongoing love-hate relationship, that they would argue quite often.
Okay, so you tell him you got to go, I got a pedicure, and then what?
I said, we're leaving, and when I get back, I want you gone.
Right.
And I said, you can take the Wrangler.
What's the Wrangler?
A Wrangler is a Jeep.
Okay.
That was one that I purchased, but the bill of sale was in Terry's name, so it was considered to be his. You
mean it was registered in his name, or the title was in his name?
Just the bill of sale. Just the bill of sale.
Okay.
So when we purchased it, he just didn't register it yet. He had purchased it in hopes to either sell it to his son, because his son was looking for a vehicle, or to resell it and make some profit on it.
Okay.
So what I did is I said, you can take the Wrangler. I said, but, because usually he would drive my truck. And I said...
How long was usually?
Almost on a daily basis.
And would you ever drive your truck or no?
I'm sorry?
Would you ever drive your truck?
Occasionally, not too often.
Because you had a third car?
I actually had 4 vehicles at the time.
So for how long had he been driving the truck?
Since we purchased it.
Which, I don't know when that is.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
About a year and a half.
Okay. And did he put any money down on that truck?
No.
Zero. Did he make any payments on that truck?
No, I paid for it in full.
In full at the time?
Yes.
Okay. So you tell him, don't take the truck. It's not yours. And he takes the truck.
We come back a couple of hours later, and the truck is gone.
Okay. Why don't you just take the keys to the truck so it couldn't be gone?
He had the keys, and I was so upset at the time that I just wanted to leave. I just wanted to get my daughter out of there, and I wanted to leave.
Okay. So then what happens?
I called him, and I asked him to bring back my truck. I said, why'd you take my truck? Somewhere in his mind, he thinks it's his.
Right, and I'm about to find out why. You guys are in Plymouth, Massachusetts?
Yes.
And where did he take the truck?
Alabama.
Why Alabama?
Because that's where he lived. That he has a house down in Alabama.
So he took the truck and drove down to Alabama?
Yes.
Okay, and then what did you do? Did you ever report it stolen?
I did. I gave him a couple of days to bring it back. I believe it was 5 days, 6 days, until I went down to the police station to file a report.
In Massachusetts?
Yes, in Plymouth,
And then how did you get the car
Massachusetts.
back?
We had to go through, the Plymouth police had to go through the Cullman, Alabama police.
Right.
And they recovered the truck.
Right.
They showed up there with a flatbed and brought it to a storage unit.
Okay.
And then I had to have it shipped back to me.
Okay, so the $283.50 is for the storage until you arrange shipping?
Yes.
And then the $925 was the shipping from Alabama back to Massachusetts?
Yes.
All right, so show me your receipts. And Mr. Key, let me hear your side of this.
Well, we were just sitting there in the living room, and she come by, and I asked her not to take the dog bowls outside, and her daughter, and I said, because I have to go outside and find them and clean them up, bring them back in, because she never did do it. And she said, you're out. And Pam just sat there and said, I wish you guys would get along. And I said, is that it? You're not going to say nothing else? You're not going to discipline or say nothing? She said, no. And I said, well, I will. I said, I'll tell you what, if you call me that again, I'm fixing to slap your teeth down your throat. Just
Okay.
It's a slang. You can't do that.
It's a slang?
It's a slang, you know. We can look at it. You can Google it. You know, they call it kick your teeth down your throat, but it's not. It's just a slang. It's
I think what you're trying to say is that you weren't really going to do that.
well, no, you know, like I'm gonna kill
All right,
you.
but
you know?
let's talk about the truck, though. Let's talk about the truck. Whose truck is this?
It's my truck.
Okay, he makes this comment in the heat of anger. I'm going to slap your teeth down your throat. If you were the woman, would that be a deal breaker for you?
That is a definite deal breaker.
Man, she swore at him first, the girl.
It's mean.
It is definitely mean, but if you were with somebody for 12 years, would you end it?
No, I'd be worried about the kid, quite honestly. I mean, why she's calling him all these names, I'd worry about the kid.
Fair point. Okay, going inside the courtroom.
How is it your truck? She says she paid for it.
Well, I mean, it's we didn't have my money and your money. It was a family thing that we did. It wasn't no my candy bar, your candy bar, my truck.
Did she have her own bank account?
She had her own bank account.
Did you have your own bank account?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Did you work?
I worked. She was disabled. She could not even drive. She couldn't get up. She couldn't do anything. She couldn't be left alone.
What's the nature of her disability?
Back injury.
Okay. So you're not married, so, right?
Right.
Okay. So when you say, oh, it was all our money, where did the money come from to buy the truck?
I did eBay stuff. I sold my business down south when I came up, and we used my
Can you
money.
prove that you bought the truck?
Well, all I can do is we went together and bought it.
Right, but she says she bought it with her money,
She
and I
paid
can't help
for
but
it.
notice that it's registered in her name, and the title is in her name, right?
That's right.
So,
it was strictly for the insurance. It's got my address on it. I was primary driver's reason we put it in her name to save about $600 a year in insurance.
yeah, people do that. The problem is that then you have this problem.
We see, I know.
And
we see this
your
problem.
lack of planning is not my emergency. Was he working? Was he contributing to the household?
He was doing his eBay things, but I paid for everything in the household. His eBay money that he made went back to his eBay stuff. I have a basement full of, and barns full of eBay stuff.
How long ago did you guys break up?
3 months ago.
Have you seen each other since then?
No.
See, here's the thing. She's got a car, a truck. The truck. I realize you're driving it every day, but she's got a truck. She says she paid for it. It's in her name. Your defense is it's my truck, so I don't have to pay all this money because it's my truck.
Yes. Well,
Right,
I mean,
but you got to prove your defense.
I've never asked anybody, can I drive? Nothing. It was hours.
Yeah, but you're going to have to prove to me that you paid for it. The way this works is it's either yours or it's hers, or it's part yours and it's part hers. But you can't just say, we're a family, kumbaya, and it's all our mixed money. Not necessarily.
Yeah.
So, and she's telling me I paid for it, and he drove it because we're a family, but I paid for it, and it's in my name. Look at everything in my name. And I hear what you're saying, and I know that people do that for the insurance, you know, to lower their insurance bill. But this is the risk of doing that. And when you want to commingle your funds like this when you're not married, that's great. But this is the risk of doing that too. And you know, because the police took the truck away. Right? And then it cost $1,208.50 to get the truck back.
She never said don't take the truck.
Come on up. Did she say don't take the truck?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of the $1,208.50. That's my judgment.
Thank you.
Well, the plaintiff collects for everything she sued for, so we'll step in the defendant right here. You feeling on the outcome now?
Well, the day before there was no problem. It was my truck the day before. The day after it wasn't. So, you know.
Do you regret having issued those threats, even though you say you didn't mean them and you would never hurt anybody?
Yeah, it was just misused words.
I know, but do you regret those words coming out of your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay, is this the end between the two of you, for sure?
Yeah.
All right, just head right down there. You got every penny you sued for. Does that satisfy you?
It does. It does.
What's it like to see him in the courtroom for the first time since you broke up?
No emotion, nothing. I'm good.
All right.
Life goes on.
Harvey?
You know, when you live with somebody, you should establish what the ground rules are, if any, on who gets what if you break up. It is kind of like a prenup, and I know it's uncomfortable, but it avoids problems down the road. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
I'm always looking for ways to show my cat how much I love her. And with Fancy Feast gems, I can pamper her whenever I want with a savory gravy on top of a gourmet mousse pâté. The pyramid shape makes serving simple, so all I have to do is peel and plate to make mealtime feel extra fancy. And with 2 entrees in every pack, it's easy to turn every day into the extraordinary. Fancy Feast gems.
This is the plaintiff, Maurice Delaney. He says he wanted to buy an old English Bulldog from the defendant, a breeder, and gave her money up front so he'd have the pick of the litter. Unfortunately, her litter died from pneumonia. The defendant then promised him a discount and pick of the next litter she had. And guess what? There was a problem with that litter, too. After the 3rd litter and the 3rd problem, he realized he was being played and is now suing the doggone scammer for the $1,054 he gave her. This is the defendant, Lori Sin-Q. She says the plaintiff was supposed to pick his puppy from the litter she had, but decided to wait until the next litter. When she offered the plaintiff another puppy, he didn't have the remaining balance due for the purchase. So being the nice breeder she is, she allowed him the pick of her 3rd litter. The guy still didn't have the money, and at that point, she was done with him. Oh, him for all he put her through? Yeah, right. She's accused of pooping out on a puppy purchase.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff wanted the pick of the Bulldog's litter from the defendant, but the pup died. The defendant promised the next pick, but never delivered. The defendant says the plaintiff was short on cash, and that was the problem. It's the case of you're full of Bulldogs.
You're welcome,
Okay, Maurice Delaney?
Yes, ma'am.
You are suing Lori Sin-Q and her business for $1,054. $1,000 of a deposit that you put down on a dog, plus your cost for Western Union to send those payments over, and you want a refund. Why? What's going on?
Yes, ma'am. I was searching the internet and was looking for a dog, an old English Bulldog. We found the lady, and I put down $500 for a down payment. Then I put down another $500. And
when did you put down the first $500?
The first $500, ma'am. I don't really remember the days I put
Well,
it.
you have the Western Union receipts.
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah. This one right here say 4/15/2012.
Let me see that. All right, so you only have the one receipt?
Because I guess our Western Union, one of them, and I guess she couldn't receive the money like that, so I had the MoneyGram, so I had to,
Wait, so how much total did you send her?
$1,000, ma'am.
Okay, so that's fine. So one of them is on 4/15, and the other one is on what date?
I'm not sure.
Do you know when you received one on 4/15, and when did you receive the other one?
I received the other one that he's talking about, Western Union. We don't have a Western Union in Wisconsin.
Okay.
And so I didn't get that money.
Oh, never?
No.
Oh, so he only paid you $500?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I don't understand, because in your response to the complaint, you said that he'd paid you $1,000.
Well, he told me he paid me $1,000. I only have record of the $500. I went through all my papers and my receipts and everything, and I don't have.
All right, let's put this to a side one moment. It's either $500 or $1,000, and then what happens?
Yeah, like I said, I sent her the money or whatnot, and then I guess something with the litter, all the dogs passed or whatnot. She was very upset.
When was the litter?
I guess the puppies should have been due November the 22nd or whatnot.
Of what year?
Of 2012.
And
yes.
what happened?
And she said something that the litter passed away. She was upset and crying or whatnot. I feel sorry for her.
What happened with the November 12th litter?
He was on the litter that was due in June. And
of 2012?
Yes, and the litter did not, the female did not get pregnant. So I told
so there
him,
wasn't even a litter.
There wasn't even a litter.
There was no
so
conception.
I told him, no, that's right. So I told him that they have their choice of either getting their deposit back or moving to another litter. He chose to move to another litter. That litter was born in November.
Okay, stop. Is that true that the dog, they tried to get the dog pregnant, the dog didn't get pregnant, so you chose to just carry it to the next time?
That's what she wished for us to do.
Okay, all right, so that's where we are. And then what happens in November?
I guess it was the next litter. Then I got emails from her right here, saying that one of the boys passed, or one of the boys died or whatnot. She had to take the second one to the vet. He couldn't walk. It was just so much of excuses. And then she pushed me to the next breed or whatnot. And it was, every time it was time to produce a dog, it was an excuse. But that's what she said. She was like, when the first litter passed, she was like, I could have the dog for the $1,000 that she had of my that she had. She was like, Maurice, since you've been so kind, so nice, you could have the dog for the $1,000. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool, that's fine. And
okay,
that's why.
When did she say that? When did she say you can have a dog for $1,000 instead of what, by the way, $2,500?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. It's right here, ma'am. Man, I'm sorry, my notes and chefs everywhere.
Just give me all your emails. How about that? And I'll look through it.
I have the one he's talking about.
I want to see all of them.
Yeah, that should all be a staple together. And if you look at one of those emails, ma'am, she said, I will give you the puppy.
Right, but so I have to go through each of these to figure out what's going on here, right? Okay, now here's what he's talking about. You're saying she didn't get pregnant in the June, but I have an email from you to him, Gladys lost her pups. I am sending you, so that's where he gets that the dogs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What is that?
So would you buy a dog from a breeder?
No.
Why?
Probably just go to pet store.
Why? What's the difference?
I don't know. Probably just go look at my own.
What is the difference?
Because when you go to a breeder, you're not rescuing an animal that actually needs a home.
Oh, I like that answer. Going inside the courtroom.
We had two breedings going down. He was on the Memphis and Santon litter. And when that girl didn't get pregnant, he moved to the Graceland litter, the litter for November.
Okay, is that so far so good? So
Yes,
did you say give me my money back? Okay, so because you wanted the dog.
She promised to
I am
give me
so sorry to disappoint you and your family once again. You have a decision to make. Do you want a Graceland puppy? That's the November, right?
Right.
Do you want a Graceland pup or your money back? So everybody's on the same page in October. Graceland will be due here in the middle of November. I have agreed to give you a pup paid in full. But I do understand if you want your money back. So you're offering him here to give him the pup paid in full for the $1,000 he's already paid you. That's what he says.
Yes,
I know.
yes.
So why don't you explain to me, it sounds like exactly what he's saying, that you offered to give him the pup for the $1,000 that he had down. And then in January, there's an email from you saying, I wanted to let you know I do not have a pup for you. This is January of 2013. So November of 2012 passed. What happened in November? Hello?
I'm sorry. I thought you were
Okay,
talking
what
to
happened?
him.
And no, I'm asking you. He keeps saying that you just shuffled them along. And I got to tell you, the emails are kind of supporting what he says. You say, okay, so I moved him to the November 2012 litter.
The November 21st litter, the pups contracted pneumonia from the C-section. I lost one pup.
But I see you writing an email about pneumonia and a C-section January 3rd, not in November.
Right, and then he never got back to me. And then it was like about a month and a half later.
Okay, here we are in May 17th. We're going to fast forward to May 17th, 2013. Gladys had 9 beautiful pups today. Right. I will send pics tomorrow. There are 3 boys and 6 girls. This is a really nice litter. Okay. look at the pictures of the puppies. Old English Bulldogs. How big are they when they're born? They're like little mice?
Little. They're like little, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But they grow quick.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, they look like mice.
They don't. They grow really quick.
This is May.
Right. He had
Hi, Lori. The pups look beautiful. Look beautiful. We're so excited. We can't wait for this dream to come true. Debbie, okay, let's just take it from May. Okay? Debbie and the kids want Elvis Jr., the black and white one. Me, I want the one with the biggest head. Hope Gladys and the pups stay good. Thank you, the Delaney family. Elvis Jr. is my favorite pup. He is massive and stunning. As far as the biggest head, it is Elvis Jr. So far, everything is going great. Okay. What went wrong? Balance due. That's what went wrong.
That's what
you
went
get
wrong.
the email.
Exactly.
You get an email on June 9th that says pics will be done next week once a pup turned 4. Balance due on the pup is $2,000. And you're saying, what? I'm supposed to get one paid in full because of all of what I went through. What did you do?
I told you I'm not, with all the texting, so I must have grabbed my phone and called her or whatnot, because I was,
Okay, so tell me about the phone conversation.
And like I say, I was expecting her to give it to me for the $1,000 like she said,
In the other email.
And now she keep dragging me on. So now I'm like, just give me my money back. Now she's saying I'll forfeit it. It's like it was too much. What's going on?
And let me hear from you.
I have it right here.
Are you surprised by seeing the October email where you offered to let it go as paid in full for the $1,000?
Personally, I think he doctored that email.
Oh,
I have it.
You have your email? Hand it over to
That's
him.
why I'm here.
I'm sorry.
That's quite all right. I'll give it to her and she'll ask the questions.
Do you have your email up there? Is that a text or an email?
Text. A lot of the conversations were done either through text or they would call me.
Okay, baby, I got your email on your I love my work.
You do?
Exactly, word for word, what he says you wrote is what you wrote, because I just went into your email account and found it.
You did? Because I couldn't find it.
And it says, you have a decision to make. Do you want your money back, or do you want a Graceland pup? I can't offer you any more than I have already. I have agreed to give you a pup paid in full, but I do understand. If you want your money back, just let me know either way. And then all of a sudden you say, oh, by the way, you owe me $2,000. You can understand why he wants his money back now. Okay? Give the man his $1,000 back and his Western Union fees. Verdict for the plaintiff.
So the plaintiff does collect here on the defendant. Step in. What's your reaction to this verdict?
I have no reaction.
Why not? You just went. The email said it all, didn't it? You think? That's the wrong way.
Which way do I go? Thank you.
All right. So step on in here. The email vindicates you.
Yeah. Thanks. I feel justice was served.
Yeah. How come you couldn't come up with that email?
I don't know. Like I say, my notes are everywhere.
You're all over the place.
Nervous or whatnot.
You got receipts from the grocery store in there and stuff?
Everything.
That doesn't help you here.
No.
What about dogs now for you?
I'm going to probably try to find another breeder, a legit breeder. Yeah. Try to give me an old English Bulldog.
With a big head?
With a big head.
Okay, Harvey?
Realize when there's a dispute and that two people make a new deal, the new deal supersedes the old deal. The old deal essentially is void.